Dr. Lindsay Oluyede, you are most welcome. We welcome all the chiefs from the great kingdom of Alaiyeluwa. You are most welcome. And I have the privilege of welcoming a partner, a senior partner from TRLP Law, United States of America, Dr. David Iyalome. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much. And right away, we are going to recognize the presence of bar leaders, present and past bar leaders. I would say that all lawyers here present are very important to us, but we find it most important to recognize and welcome to our midst Banjo Ayenakin Esquire, chairman of Akure branch of the Nigerian Bar Association. You are most welcome, sir. I also welcome my Oga and most respected Adetunji Osho, the past chair, Akure Bar. You are most welcome, sir. I recognize and welcome the past chair of Owo branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, Ahmed Tokwe. You are most welcome. I also wish to welcome the past chair of Okitipupa Bage Omololu Esquire. You are most welcome, sir. Oh, please, I've just been given a list, and thank you very much for providing this. Mr. Omoton Ogumodede. Omoton Ogumodede, the chair-elect of the Kare branch of the Nigerian Bar Association. You are most welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Chimezie Obiaganwa, the vice chair of Kure branch. You are most welcome, sir. I also have the privilege of welcoming the financial secretary of FIDA Nigeria, Mrs. Bomi Arajua. Auntie, you are welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Wole Otetubi, the former vice chair of Akure branch, you are most welcome. I also welcome Mrs. Bolanle Olafumi Louis, public secretary FIDA Akure. Madam, you're welcome. Alaja Badamosi Kudirat, vice chair FIDA Akure, you are most welcome. And please permit me to welcome my Oga, a former national officer of the Nigerian Bar Association, Dr. Mrs. Banke Oloba. You are welcome. And I also have with me, even though we are co-hosting, the chair of the FIDA in Ekiti, Antioyi. You are welcome. And the past chair, immediate past chair of the Kere branch of the Nigerian Bar Association is here with us today, Dr. Ashiwaju MS Afolayan. You are most welcome, sir. We welcome all members of the Akure branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, members of Ikere branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, ably represented, and with the participation of the PRO of the branch, Mrs. Afolayan. You are most welcome. So we are going to proceed and welcome all well wishers, all our friends who have joined us in this program today. We'll keep recognizing dignitaries as they join us in this event. But before then, permit me to also welcome generally all members of the Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum that are here with us. Thank you for coming. FIDA Ondo, thank you for coming. FIDA Ekiti. And we have a member from the chair, FIDA Ikorodu, Bimbo Obaseki. Esquire, Madam, you are most welcome. Please, we would like to invite for the opening prayer, Mr. Wole Otetubi. Please help us with the opening prayer.
Thank you very much. I want to humbly crave your indulgence that we should all stand up to the glory of God. Maybe His Royal Majesty can sit down, but let's all stand up for prayer. Father, we thank you because you are a good God. You are the one that has made this day possible. We thank you for the memory of the departed because it is blessed thereafter. And we thank you for everyone that is present here today. We commence this event in your holy name. Thank you, Father. At the end of the day, let's be glad. In Jesus' name we pray.
While we remain standing, please, we shall take the national anthem according to the program of event. And I have to inform us, especially whoever is going to play, to kindly play the new national anthem. Because I know there is a bill in front of the House of Representatives seeking to criminalize failure to sing the new national anthem. I don't want to be the first to go in for it, the national anthem. Do you have it on your... Okay, please, you are permitted to bring out your phone. I know it's difficult for adults to learn the new national anthem while we all sing it together. So can we all sing together? Nigeria, we hear thee. 1, 2, 3, go. Nigeria, we hear their native land, though tribe and storm may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to say, our sovereign motherland. Flag shall be a symbol where truth and justice reign, in peace or battle, honor, and this we count as gain. To and unto our children, a banner without stain. Stanza 3, O God of all creation. Of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have just been informed that the caterers should look around, especially for those who did not sing. And let us start the punishment from here. We welcome every one of us here once again, and we say a very big thank you to you for joining us. Permit me to welcome to the microphone the chairman of the Akure branch of the Nigerian Bar Association for his remarks. Mr. Banjo Ayenaki, you are welcome, sir. He's our host today. We are in his bar center, and he has graciously opened this place to us. Thank you.
The regent of Oluyede Ogbese, the Olori of Alaiyeluwa Ogbese, the immediate members of the family of the departed, the past chairman of Nigerian Bar Association present, distinguished chairmen of the various branches, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it affords me a great pleasure to give this opening remark as this reception in honor of a quintessential, astute, and a suave gentleman, our Kabiyesi, who has just been elevated to glory. Like I said in my remark during the special court session, life is not about the duration. It's not about the length of years or number of years someone spent on earth that matters. The most important is donation and not duration. The most important is the impact someone made when one was alive. Whether you are a senator or a president or whatsoever you are, you only have a season and a time and a phase. No matter what you even do, you can't be here forever. I remember when I lost my father. My father was 72 and Kabiyesi was much younger. It took me almost 1.5 years to recover from the shock. Because when you love someone, you will wish the person could be with you forever. If you have not lost a departed, a loved one, you may not understand. When somebody is saying, my dad is this, and I lost my dad, my wife, my husband is this, and it pains me, you'll be saying, what is it? But I understand the pains you bear, honestly speaking, having been there. Because my father was my mentor, my hero. And I know so much about Kabiyesi. So much. I also know so much about his own father because I read his book. Oluyede on constitutional law is a book anybody who read law, possibly during my time, will remember. So this is a family that has history of good legacies. And Kabiyesi was a complete family man. I know the impact he must have made. I know the vacuum you must be feeling in your heart. But just be consoled in one thing. Number one, he lived a very successful life. Number two, he lived a highly impactful life. Number three, the comments made by everybody, just like my brother said, they are consoling, they are encouraging. So the most important thing in life is the memories we leave behind, the impact you made in people's life. Let me say this. So some of my friends and colleagues who sat beside me, I said, I have high regard and high respect for Olori. Why did I say so? A lot of people will show love when their husband or father was alive. But you have demonstrated love, leadership, commitment, even after your husband left. I've been in platforms where we have been planning for this occasion. I have seen series of commitment, sacrifices you have made. I've seen your leadership quality that you have demonstrated, even though your husband is not around. Man, this is highly commendable. I also know the distractions you faced, even in preparation for this. I saw my name in a quarter, whereby they said, I was planning one or two things with you. In all honesty, today is the first time we are meeting physically. Whereas people are alleging that I was already telling you this and planning this with you. I told the Honorable Chief Judge, I said this is a mere distraction. We're going to go ahead with our program. Anybody that wants to kill himself, let him go ahead. But thank God today's program is a success. I wish you all the best in life. I pray that you will live long. The height your father could not reach, you will reach it and surpass it. Thank you, gentlemen. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the chairman, Akure branch of the Nigerian Bar Association. Before we take the biography of His Royal Majesty, please, I want to announce that immediately after the biography, we'll be having the tributes and eulogies. We'll have members of the audience present tributes and eulogies. And please, I'll request so that we'll have our program well laid out. Kindly notify Mrs. Oyin Olatubosun if you will be delivering tributes in honor of His Royal Majesty, His late Royal Majesty. Please see her, or you might want to signify wherever you are seated so that she can approach you and take down your name. I present to you Dr. Afolayan as he takes the biography of His Royal Majesty.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akeredolu. It is an honor for me to present to this August occasion the biography of our revered and departed monarch, His Royal Majesty, Oba Ajibola Olaleye Oluyede, the Alaiyeluwa of Alaiyeluwa Kingdom. I count it a rare privilege in the sense that he is like a father to me and to the entire members and leadership of the Nigerian Bar Association Ikere Ekiti branch. He took us as his children, and he has always been there for us. And that is why we count it a great loss, even to us in Ekiti, the departure of His Royal Majesty. I will read the biography of His Royal Majesty. His Royal Majesty Alaiyeluwa Oba Ajibola Raphael Olaleye Oluyede Oluyede II, the Oluyede of Alaiyeluwa, was born on the 22nd of October 1958. He was the first son of His Royal Majesty, the late Oba Peter Adetumbi Oluyede Oluyede I, a revered author and professor of law, and Chief Mrs. Dorcas Titi Lola Oluyede. He was married with children and grandchildren to His Royal Highness Olori Olufunmilayo Nejo Oluyede, a princess of the Akeneyin monarchy of Mahin Kingdom in Ilaje, local government of Ondo State, who was his lifelong friend, devoted wife of 42 years, partner and soulmate. Oba Oluyede was educated at the University of Ife Staff School, Ibadan campus, in 1963 to 1966. Osterville Primary School, Belfast, Northern Ireland, 1966 to 1970. University of Ife Staff School, Ile-Ife campus, 1970 to 1971. Government College, Ibadan, 1971 to 1975. King's College, Lagos, 1976 to 1977. University of Ife, Ile-Ife, 1977 to 1980. The Nigerian Law School, Victoria Island, Lagos, 1980 to 1981, may say. Patmos Bible School of Faith, Lagos, Nigeria, 1994 to 1995. Shattered Institute of Arbitrators, United Kingdom, and Kellogg School of Management, Northwestern University, Illinois, USA. Described by a national newspaper as the quintessential lawyer, Oba Oluyede, who was admitted to the Nigerian bar in 1981, effectively traversed the entire gamut of legal practice in Nigeria as a renowned, resilient, and efficacious litigator and counselor. He began legal practice in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, and quickly came to public attention in the lawsuit filed to contest the quota system of admission of students into public-funded federal universities in 1982. During the years of military dictatorship in Nigeria, he went on to argue various landmark cases in habeas corpus and fundamental human rights enforcement, gravitating eventually to commercial litigation with a practice based in London, United Kingdom, Lagos, and Abuja in Nigeria. Oba Oluyede was founding managing partner at TRLP Solicitors, London, UK, and concurrently funding principal partner, TRLP Law Solicitors and Arbitrators, a full-service international commercial law practice of global repute. Let's put our hands together for this wonderful man. In these capacities, Oba Oluyede family established a reputation as a top litigator and commercial lawyer with special interest in cross-border financial transactions and compliance with money laundering and other regulations, as he was constantly consulted and acted in respect of high-profile matters involving many well-known Nigerian figures. He became a much sought-after litigator and strategist for high-stake cases within and outside Nigeria. Highly respected in banking, finance, and investment circles, Oba Oluyede notably represented the interests of Nigerian creditors of the London Trust Bank in its administration by PricewaterhouseCoopers London, and led the creditors committee in the eventual credit valuation adjustment of that entity. His advice and influence were pivotal in the record recovery of Nigeria funds tied up in the institution when the United Kingdom Financial Services Authority withdrew its license. Generally, Oba Oluyede was also widely acclaimed as an extraordinarily talented, cerebral, and outstandingly courageous senior legal practitioner, from whom several generations of lawyers in the profession, judges, benchers, San et al., learned and became proficient in law, practice, and procedure. Although constantly acknowledged by Who's Who Legal as one of Nigeria's top litigators, Oba Ajibola Oluyede adamantly refused to apply for the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, despite much pressure, due to his principled position that the ranking is in a Republican Nigeria and is an obstruction to access to justice for all. Is somebody clapping? Oba Oluyede instituted, shared, and sat on the boards of several significant global enterprises in multiple industries, including real estate, energy, natural resources, and agriculture globally. These include Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited, concessionaires of the Kainji and Jeba hydroelectricity installations, and the largest producer of clean energy in Nigeria today, Highland Disco Acquisition Limited, owners of the majority shareholding in Just Electric Distribution Company Limited, NISAT Limited, Nigeria's pioneer conformity assessment and certification body, which in partnership with ECOCERT France provides needed agriculture, production guidelines, and certification for export to global lucrative markets. Greenfingers Technology Limited, Nine Energy Limited, TRLP Suits Limited, et al. An ordained minister and pastor of Christ Chapel International Churches, Oba Oluyede served as the inaugural center pastor of the Ikeja Worship Center of that ministry until 2001. A man of personal convictions and devotion to the Lordship of Jesus Christ, he continued to serve till his demise as a member of the advisory council of that church, under the spiritual tutelage of the ministry of the legendary Reverend Dr. and Reverend Mrs. Chris Tunde and Victoria E. Joda. Oba Oluyede's illustrious kingship of the Alaiyeluwa Kingdom just 2 years ago remains an eloquent testimony of his humanity and selflessness. In his brief reign, it is trite knowledge that his revolutionary impact on the citizenry and the kingdom in general was unparalleled. Consequently, the people's testament of this much revered king is largely one of the painful, irreparable loss of a consummate, doting monarch whose colossal plans and monumental achievements in just a few years will remain evergreen and indefinitely indelible. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the late and living Oba H.R.M. Alaiyeluwa, Reverend Oba Raphael Ajibola Olaleye Oluyede Isheoluwa II, the Alliede of Alaiyeluwa Kingdom. May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah, thank you. Ashiwaju. Now we'll be taking tributes in honor of somebody I fondly used to call Uncle Jibola. I know Uncle Jibola to be a man of passion, both home and abroad. In fact, the way he dots around the Olori is unimaginable. And that's why on my 50th birthday, I had to ask for a special favor from the two of them that they should pray for me because I desired a home like this. I remember one time we were in Abuja and we stayed in one hotel. You know me, I'm not Ajebo. So all of us, we stayed together and the next thing, Auntie just called us. All of you come to the reception. Jibola is taking me away. And we all rushed down. Sorry, I can't allow my wife to stay here. And he moved her to a more secured place. You know, nobody's looking for me. I'm just Oyade. So Uncle Jibola was that caring. And I looked forward to that kind of... My husband is caring too. I'm not saying he's not caring. And so they just organized a surprise birthday for me. And there the two of them, they laid hands on me. And I will never forget that particular day. So we know you are not here with us physically, but you live on in our hearts. And the kind of legacy you have left behind, we'll continue to live up to it. You are loved, you are remembered, and you are missed beyond measure. So at this junction, I'll be calling on Dr. David Iyalome, a partner in TRLP London, to give his tribute to this great man who lived and left a mark. Thank you very much. Please, can we welcome Dr. David Iyalome. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Kabiyesi, that is what the last name I was calling him before he left us. I knew him as my principal, junior lawyer in Lagos. Our office was at Unity House. I am going to try and make this brief and to console myself because he lived an impactful life. But because this is a bar function, I am going to speak briefly to the life of Kabiyesi as a principal, as a mentor, as a benefactor, and empathizing with junior lawyers, I will tell you the life I experienced, which I know is the desire of every junior lawyer. In 1994, I was at the Lagos High Court holding brief for his law firm. Then I had not met him. I remember I was at the Ikeja High Court. He met me in court. Of course, lawyers know when I took a file. Those were the days that mortgage and loan companies, they crashed. So you had so many briefs. So I was giving one of the files for the firm's client. So he met me in court. I told him, well, Francis gave me the file, and he said, okay, you are ready to, you are ready? I said, yes, I read the file. So he was sitting behind me, naturally, when he's appearing in a case, he goes to the front where son and every other person is. And like the son, they will even say, well, so you want me to stand up? They say, no, Augusta, like stay, and they will even take seat behind if there is no space. After the hearing, he asked me, he said, who are you? I said, well, I'm a lawyer. I just started coming to his office, to use his office. And he said, do you want to join us? I said, yes. He said, okay, you are hired. And he said, we are going to meet in the office. So when I got back to the office, he called me and he said, well, he gave me some files. He said I should start handling these files. Then my recollection is that lawyers were paid 1,500, I wanted to say 1,500, 1,500 naira. But he told me that he's going to start paying me 10,000 naira. And I'm like, I didn't know what to say. But, and that is how he started paying me. That is to tell you the kind of lawyer that he is. Like Will Junior Lawyer said, he doesn't exploit lawyers. He doesn't exploit us. He did not. I have so many stories to tell you, but I'm going to limit it because I'm struggling right now to continue this. Struggling my mind with a divided mind. Should I be myself? Thank God my wife is not here. But I know my wife will tell me, like she told me in Maryland, when we did service of song for KBC in January, that I should not cry. But I said, it's difficult for me. Several stories. KBC, when I was practicing with him in Lagos, it was just, we had cases in Benin, cases in Akure, cases in Ibadan, because one of our clients was knighted, if some of you still remember knighted. And he will just give me the file. He said, what you have to do is to read your file, know your facts, and go and present the case. And that is KBC. KBC made me to be a fearless and aggressive attorney. He made me to be a fearless and aggressive lawyer from the beginning. He said, once you know your facts, you don't care if one man has a big title, senior advocate of Nigeria, and you will do well. And as a practical matter, it happened to me on several occasions. I remember when I appeared before Judge Kuti, those of you practicing in Abuja then, in the early 90s, he was one of the judges at the FCT. There was a senior, I was barely 2-3 years at the bar. I appeared, a very senior lawyer on the other side. Kuti said, move your application. I moved my application. He opposed it. And I remember I got 150,000 naira as damages against the other lawyer. Also, it's not about me, but I'm telling you about KBC, the kind of lawyer that he is, and the kind of lawyer he will make you be. I'm going to be brief. In 1996, KBC, because he was he's a man that is so comfortable with his skin, very, very, very comfortable. It's not your success doesn't, in fact, he encourages you to be very successful. I came to court, I finished at the Federal Court, and he told me those days were, there were no cell phones. He told me somebody called from Canada that they've given me admission for my graduate study. He said, don't lose it, follow up and make sure you go there. He encouraged me, and that's why I went to Canada. And KBC is a person, he will follow up with you. KBC is more than a big brother to me, and I mean it in every sense of the word. Let me round up. One of the things I learned from Kabiyesi is how to love a wife. You are right. You were talking about the way Kabiyesi carries his wife. I'm saying this based on my experience. And I'm not, okay, let me just continue without looking at this side of the aisle. Madam, we write a check. Kabiyesi, I've never seen him say, why did you write the check? And God always provided for him. And that's the kind of life I live. And when you mention it, you just heard from Kabiyesi to tell you what Kabiyesi, how he influenced me. My wife goes to a function. To say I'm arrogant is no news because, tell me which lawyer is not. I see my wife, women, they even say, we'll not allow you to touch anything because if we do, when Oga comes, he's going to take you away. They treat my wife as a queen that she is. And who caused that? Kabiyesi. He loved his, Kabiyesi loved when you were in the region. I'm not going to say anything how big you guys were in the early 90s, where you come back from. Okay, it's not about us, but thank God we can smile. But the way he loves his wife, the way he loves his children, it's infectious. I moved to Canada, I moved to the state. I've been practicing in California now for the past 22 years. But I can tell you, Kabiyesi follows up with me. I remember he came to Chicago to represent one of our Nigerian clients. Kabiyesi, to tell you the kind of person that he is, Kabiyesi helped the Illinois, Chicago lawyers that we hired. Kabiyesi prepares the pleadings. Okay, you know what pleading is, complaint. He prepared the brief, and the other lawyers will be telling me, say, wow, you guys, you are top there. And that is Kabiyesi. And I remember in Lagos, Kabiyesi will carry, you tell me, so do this, so, okay, go and prepare. Kabiyesi will take his paper and draft a complaint right from there. Anyway, I'm going to stop. I am glad that your father, he influenced me a lot. You guys may not understand. Olori, I'm forever grateful. My wife and our children are forever grateful. I'm not going to tell them how you and Kabiyesi came to Dubai during COVID to honor us when our first daughter got married. I'm not going to tell them how my mom died in Edo State. How you are out here, those of you who know you know Auchi. Kabiyesi and Olori, they were in Lagos, they were at Ibadan. Guess who was at the funeral of my mom? Kabiyesi and Olori. Thank you, Kabiyesi, for your impact on the legal profession. Thank you for your impact on humanity. Thank you, above all, thank you for being a true child of God that showed us that no matter what, Jesus Christ is Lord, and He lived that life. I'm forever grateful.
Thank you very much, sir.
And may His gentle soul rest peacefully in the Lord.
Please, can we give him a round of applause? Yes, he has said so many things about Kabiyesi, and I'm sure you have your notes. Our men, please, we want you to dot on us, please. And then the seniors, please. I hope we heard all that he has said about our Kabiyesi, and even the junior in his chambers. Please, let's emulate all these good attributes. Please, at this junction, I'll invite Princess Banke Olagbegi Oloba to give a tribute to this great man. 2 minutes, did you say? I hope so. Because I'm sure she has so many things to say too. Please, let's appreciate her.
Thank you very much, my amiable sister and friend. It is with very deep sense of reverence that I stand before you today to pay my tribute to a beloved, well, let me start by saying that my beloved mentor. I lost one of my best mentors, but we are nothing but pencils in the hands of the Creator. One day, we will all, leave this world and move to the beyond. Kabiyesi, His Royal Majesty, Alaiyeluwa, Reverend Raphael, Ajibola, Olaleye, Oluyede. Kabiyesi was very selfless. Very selfless. Kabiyesi was hardworking. As we have all heard, Kabiyesi was very brilliant. Very brilliant. He was top-notch. When I was the national treasurer of the NBA, there was a very tough matter that the president and some of his colleagues, senior advocates, were discussing, and I happened to be privileged to be there. They needed a very strong lawyer with the highest level of integrity that would handle the matter. And they were brainstorming, should we call this lawyer? Should we engage that lawyer? Should we call this lawyer? And then Paul Usoro Essien said something. I know of a man. He's everything that we need for this case. Although he's not a senior advocate of Nigeria, but he's more than an NCA. He mentioned Kabiyesi's name, and I smiled. I smiled. As soon as he mentioned Kabiyesi's name, I've never mentioned this to Olori before. All the senior advocates there seated agreed. They said, yes, Ajibola is our man for this job. And he delivered. They called him in my presence, and he just asked them. He said, you people, I will accept this case on one condition. When I start, you don't tell me to stop. He told them, when I start, you don't tell me to stop. And he meant it. Kabiyesi will support you to achieve your dreams. Kabiyesi is that man that would call with Olori, Banke, where are you in this? Olori will say, no, Banke, don't do it that way. Don't do it. Kabiyesi will say, what else Olori then? Kabiyesi was a true family man. A true family man. A true family man, and we thank God for that grace. I learned a lot from this beautiful royal family, and I am still learning. Kabiyesi would never take a bad position. Kabiyesi will never tell you that he's interested in any position. In fact, if you tell him, he will just look at you and smile and he will leave you. I'm not interested in that. But Kabiyesi is that great man who is interested in the best interest of not only the NBA, but all other branches of NBA, especially our branches in Ondo State and also Ekiti State. I know that these two states are very dear to Kabiyesi's heart. Kabiyesi had the best of intentions for Ayede Ogbese. I was there, I was privileged to be part of a conversation, one or two conversations that Kabiyesi was having with Olori, and they were discussing how they would, bring this, bring that, and bring foreign investors to Ayede Ogbese. And then in my mind, I was like, how I wish the people of Ayede Ogbese would be here. I know that they know. They know. If they didn't know, they would not have, crowned him as their king, But there are times when you feel that she won't rebuy, she to buy lokon. But we thank God. We thank God, and I pray that those beautiful, brilliant, and amiable legacies will continue to live on in Jesus' name. I will never forget December 2023 in my life. I lost 2 amazing leaders. But God knows best. God knows best. Olori, may the Lord continue to keep you. The Lord shall continue to be your husband, man. The Lord shall continue to uphold your family. Prince and our own regent, the Lord is with you, ma'am. Ọlọ́run àtúbọ̀ máa di ayédè ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ mú o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìjòyè wa láyédè ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀. Ayédè ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ àtúbọ̀ máa tùbà, á máa túṣẹ́. Àlàáfíà Ọlọ́run àtúbọ̀ máa jọba láyédè ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ olórúkọ Jésù. We love you so much, Kabiyesi. I have a whole lot to say, I have a whole lot to say. But I'll wrap it up by saying that, Kabiyesi, may your beautiful soul continue to rest in peace. We love you so much, but God loves you more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, let's appreciate her. When she said, Kabiyesi told them that once I start, don't tell me to stop. I remember the case before the Code of Conduct Bureau, when Kabiyesi told the sitting judge that I'm called to appear in court and I'm ready to move my motion. And you must listen to me. And it is your duty as a court not to keep motions but to listen, my lord. And I was like, oh. And of course, you know how the story ended. So that is Kabiyesi for you. So at this junction, I'll just call on Mrs. Bumini Arajwa for attributes. These are all persons who were very close to Kabiyesi. I'm so they have so many things they have to say about him. You're welcome, my big sis.
I don't even know where to start from. Let me start from the end. I pray, and I continue to pray. Although they say there is no prayer for the dead, but me, I will continue to pray for Kabiyesi, that his soul will continue to rest in perfect peace. A lot of things have been said about Uncle Jibola. That's what I call him. That is what I call him. He's my father. Let me say my father. Let me remove uncle now. I remember when I met Olori and Tifumi. We just met with Fida, whatever. She wanted to contest for treasurer of MBA. And I'm like, Auntie, the way she talks, she talks Oyibo. So Bimbo, I don't know, maybe you still remember Bimbo Ajileye. We discussed in Fida and he said, okay, you have to, so we carried that. We carried on to Fumi, and that's how I got close to her. And one thing that really surprised me about Uncle Jibola, we have been talking about love. He never knew me from Adam. Auntie Fumi just took me to him, and immediately he just accepted me as his daughter. No matter what, anytime I want to travel, maybe we are in Abuja, or we go for feeder program, or Auntie Fumi is with us, if we just call him, where are you? If we say we are in 111, he will come and pack us from that hotel. The first time I got to that hotel, I was looking at Auntie Fumi, hey, Auntie V, this is serious. And he will pay for everybody. He will take care of us. Apart from that, any issue, if you have any problem in feeder, maybe in MBA, what Auntie Fumi says, Jibola, this is the amount I want to give to these people. No question, nothing. It was just give. I want to say this thing. Love is very, very important. In fact, when I heard that Uncle Jibola passed away, my mind just went to my auntie and said, my God, how is this woman going to survive? Because they are just, in fact, knit together. And I was like crying and praying for her that the Lord will see her through. Auntie, I've never said this before you. There was a time, I don't know, maybe the brother is there. Nelson wanted to, he was preparing for his marriage. So we were there at the hotel. I called makeup artists to come and do gele for Auntie Fumi. We were there. Uncle Jibola was waiting for us. So we started the gele since 12. Until we say the thing is not good, though. We stayed there till 3, and Uncle Jibola sat down with us there. He did not complain. So listen, and I went to meet Emma Bino. He said, no, anything for Fumi, whatever she likes. And that is what we call love. Uncle Jibola, I know you are gone, but the legacy you left behind, nobody, we will continue to follow it. You have been very loving, a legal luminary par excellence, a father, a philanthropist. No time we call on you. There is no day you tell us to see. You are always there for us. I pray the Lord will continue to keep the family. Tumbi, Funto, the regent. Sorry, I can call you your name. I know the Lord will keep you. The Lord will uphold you, your children, your husband, everybody. And the Lord will give you the grace. Please, we give you the grace. It will comfort you. It will console you to be able to bear this irreparable loss. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. At this junction, I'll call on Prince Tuji Osho for his tribute and probably close it there. Or do we still have any other person? No. Thank you.
Kabiyesi Olori, the chairman of Akure MBA branch, using him as a point of contact to other chairmen in our midst. My bankable. Well, my contact with Kabiyesi was very, very short, but then, as people had said of him, very, very impactful. I was the chairman of MBA Akure. In fact, I did not want to come out, but everybody that has spoken had left one thing out, and that is that Kabiyesi was one of our major financiers. When I was the chairman, I was looking for people who could assist us. I had a vision to start this place. Thank God we are here now. So I reached out to him, and we met briefly. And I said very impactful because even he had eyes for details, and so is his wife. Looking through the letter I took to him, chairman, he was crossing the T's and dotting the I's for me. And I said, okay, Moti Waleni. So, and he said, well, he will see what he could do. And he donated and gave generously. Also on record, he was also one of our patrons. That has also been consistently left out of his resume, and I don't like it. He was one of our patrons, decorated. A lot of things have been said about him, and we cannot take anything away but to heart. People have said that he left an enduring legacy. And I have interacted with his immediate family. And I want to assure the people of Ayede Ogbese, the MBA family, that Kabiyesi left behind people who are more than capable to continue where he stopped. When I said Kabiyesi had eyes for details, when I started dealing with his wife, As a lawyer, I don't exchange my processes with anybody, but I create exceptions. If you are a senior colleague, I do. So like the first process I sent to Olori, she sent it back like a teacher marking my my essay. So the second one, so she again had to, but that one was better because I knew who I was dealing with then. May his soul rest in peace. Like I said, I am happy when I look at the family that he has left behind. I also spoke with Prince Tumbi, and I saw the doggedness and the resilience of his father Nene. Thank you for carrying on.
Thank you so much. I'm sure if we call for more, we still get people who want to speak about this great man who came, who conquered. Oh, there's a hand over there. Okay, sir. Let's welcome him. 2 minutes, I was told. I didn't say so. He said 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, sir. Thank you very much. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. My name is Jonathan Ikiebe from Lagos Bar. And I was not going to speak because so much has been said about KBSC, but I realized that a lot of what has been said had to do with his life and times as a legal practitioner. Not much has been said about him as a reverend and as a pastor. Incidentally, he was my pastor, so I walked with him. And I can say clearly that he was a man that loved God with all his heart. I mean, he was a man who was never, again, a lot has been said about his leadership qualities. He was a man who never felt he was in competition with anybody. He tried all he could to ensure that those of us that worked with him, he elevated us. Not so that we could compete with him, but so that it could be better than when he met us. Praise the Lord. And I remember at some point he called me. He said, you know what? We must find a way to elevate the status of all our members financially. And what did he do? He set up within the church what he called Rehabaya Business Institute. When he would come and he would teach the people on how to make money, to put it mildly. And he would teach us principles on what you can do. At that time, there was a time that the stock market was booming. So he started teaching people on how to understand the capital market, how to invest in that market, and how to take position and make money. I benefited from that. Again, a lot has been said about his generosity. Incidentally, I am a benefactor. I benefited from his generosity. I remember a particular occasion. We were in an IBA conference in Buenos Aires, in Argentina, and two of us were robbed, myself and another friend, and we met Olori. Incidentally, Olori did not know that we were the ones that were robbed and said to us, please be careful, we are told that 2 Nigerians have been robbed. So we started laughing. He said, what's going on? I said, well, we are the 2 Nigerians. She held us, prayed for us, and said to us, permit me to quote you, man. He said, GB is coming. He will bring money. So, okay, in fact, it got to a point where we're literally begging her, enough, ma, we have enough money now. They brought money and they spent money on us because we were robbed. We couldn't even pay for our hotels. But they made sure that we did not suffer. So many things that this great man of God did. Is it when the church had a legal issue and he took it upon himself and he ensured that victory was wrought for the church? So, and I know that not just the legal community, the church community will miss a great man, but we are consoled by the fact that he has gone to be with his maker, the one that he loves so passionately with all his life. Rest in the bosom of the Lord. Adieu, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving us that other aspect of KBSC. He's a man that is all round. and he has fulfilled purpose. And so we are very, very rest assured that we shall surely meet at the feet of the Master when the time comes. So at this moment, let's welcome the Royal Heritage Cultural Troupe. Please have a nice time as you take your meal. Thank you. Bon appetit.
Oluyede ọba ire, òrèlè ọmọ wa ọmọ ẹkùn láòfin ọba, èmi mèrè lóko yè láì ṣoko ẹwẹ, òdùlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lámì ṣe ń ríà, ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ṣe wẹ́yẹ̀wẹ́yẹ̀ láti dóró ògúnra lọ́gbẹ̀sẹ̀. Kábíyèsí máa tẹ lọ Olúyẹdé, ó ṣoore fọmọdé, ó ṣoore fàgbàlagbà, aṣoore má wo bẹ́ẹ̀ láéláé Olúyẹdé o ọba. Òrèlè òrèlè Olúyẹdé ọba ire, òrèlè. Kábíyèsí kàmínú ṣọgbọ́n kápẹ̀rọ ayẹyẹ, kàwí kébì mọ́mọ́ pọ́nìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ o ọmọ tí lọ Olúyẹdé lọ àórèlé. Omi ṣe rà mí Olúyẹdé ọmọ ògbó gẹ́gẹ́jọ́yè, ọmọ ẹ̀kẹ́gẹ́ ọmọ àrùn kẹ́gẹ́ yẹ, ọmọ atẹniwíjọ́ torí kí yẹ̀yọ́ rẹ̀ má gbọ̀n sílẹ̀. Yèsù lera mòdèrè àrèmọ́niyá omi o ọmọ ọba Olúyẹdé lọ àórèlé. Olúyẹdé lọ àórèlé ọmọ ẹ̀rùn lórí ọ̀rẹ́ o. Kóyá pẹ̀lẹ́ o, kókó jàpálágógó àlùkókó dẹ̀ gbò rírírírírírí. Ẹlẹ́mọ̀lágúta mẹ́ta pọ̀nà dọ̀bà o, wọ́n kébí okun. ọ̀kan ṣe mọ́mọ́ rìnà kẹmọ́ gbọ́sẹ̀ tí o òrèrè ọlọ́mọ ni mi o kẹmọ́ gbọ́sẹ̀ tí o ọmọọba ajá lọ́mọ mọ̀sọ̀ ìràgàn líre òrùlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lámì ṣe ń rí a mo kí olórí mi wo kú rọ́jú sẹ́ ọlọ́run á fún ọ lè sí ayọ̀ olórí mi olórí wàjáyé ọmọ o lágbára ọlọ́run lódùmarè wà pẹ́ bí wé pẹ́pẹ́ ti ń pẹ́ wà mọ́ pàwọ́ orí wà mẹ́rin kìí jómi olórí mi o mọ mọ́rúkọ ìpè má pè jáde pé olórí mi ò ní àrè olórí iyó ọjà lọ́mọ mọ̀sọ̀ ìràgàn líre ọjà lọ́mọ mọ̀sọ̀ wẹ́ra bọ́nu láéláé ọ̀nà ìkàbí kí àgbè náà ìrìn ọmọ ni èmi bèrè lóko èrè lára ìṣókò ẹgbẹ́ olórí mi àkúpá yẹmi yèyí ọmọ mọ́lẹ́yọ̀lá òrùlé mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ṣe ń ra bẹ́ẹ̀ o rédè o mo kí kábíyèsí o mo mọ́rúkọ pé má gbé jáde pé mo mórí balẹ̀ lọ́dájú nílọ kábíyèsí kọ́mọdé bá ti ju gbàgbà rókò dalẹ̀ alábàáná mi bàjẹ́ kan ti ìjẹ́tọ́rọ́ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀bà wọ́n lóye kan mẹ́rù àdógbè àṣà ké nínú gbó èrú máa bẹ́yẹ oko àárò òkòjòrò ó kì í jẹ́ ohun dè kẹ̀mọ́ bá ṣòro wọn kì í jẹ́ olóye. àárò òkòjòrò ó kì í jẹ́ ohun dè kẹ̀mọ́ bá ṣòro wọn kì í jẹ́ olóye. àárò òkòjòrò ó kì í jẹ́ ohun dè kẹ̀mọ́ bá ṣòro wọn kì í jẹ́ olóye. òdùlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ṣe ń ra lọ́nà gbẹ̀sẹ̀ èmi mẹ́rẹ́ lóko rè láti ṣókọ́ wẹ́ẹ́bẹ́ o ojúmọ́ o èmi mẹ́rẹ́ lóko rè láti ṣókọ́ wẹ́sẹ̀ àròkọ lóko ẹja àràjò mọ̀lẹ́ lójú ọ̀nì kábíyèsí o àgbà ló wá dà wẹ́rà kú lọ́mọdé o àwẹ̀rà kú lọ́mọdé ojúlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí kábíyèsí o ayẹyẹ ò lé ojúlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ṣe ń ra oyè o eyín fún jogo kábíyèsí o oyè o ojú mẹ́mọ́ ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ kó ló mọ́ o ajíwẹ̀bẹ̀ o mi nira lọ àwẹ̀rà kú lọ́mọdé o ojúlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ṣe ń ra àwẹ̀rà kú lọ́mọdé o ojúlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wúre ni mo ṣe ooo elégbè lẹ́yìn mi ẹ wálé ayé Oluyede lé òwe ayé Oluyede lé òwe èmi mẹ́rẹ́ o ojúmọ́ ìmọ́sẹ̀ ojúmọ́ sẹ́mọ́ kò lè mọ́ kábíyèsí o èmi mẹ́rẹ́ o oyè o mọ́lẹ́ ọ̀la kábíyèsí yàlùmọ́ ire mi mọ̀dé yàlùmọ́ ire mi mọ̀dé yàlùmọ́ èmi mẹ́rẹ́ lóko rẹ̀ láti ṣókò wẹ́wẹ́ o ẹni fún jọ̀wọ́ ojú mẹ́mọ́ ire mi mọ̀dé yàlùmọ́ ojúlé mọ̀lẹ́wà ojú mẹ́mọ́ ire mi mọ̀dé yàlùmọ́ ire mi mọ̀dé yàlùmọ́ ayédè èrò ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ ba ire ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire. ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀
kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
mo kí kábíyèsí o wà jáyé ọmọ o.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
onílù ní ìjà o ẹni abẹ́lọ́wẹ́ o.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ayédè ìrọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ kí n bá mi kọ́ bá ire.
ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ ni mo rè odùlé mo rẹwà.
ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ ni mo rè.
yeye o odùlé mo rẹwà yeye wulé. ẹni bèrè lókòrè láti ìṣòkò wẹbẹ o. ìtura dá méjì náà ọ̀dà yẹ́bẹ́yẹ́bẹ́. ọ̀dẹ́kọ̀ pa méjì òun máa la o. ọ̀sẹ̀ kan pa méjì náà máa lágbẹ̀dẹ. yèmí abamila bí mi jọ mìíràn máa ṣọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. odùlé mo rẹwà ojú mẹ́mọ́ ojúmọ́ tẹmọ́ kó ló mọ́ o. ajíwẹ̀sẹ̀ lóde omi dẹ́ra lọ. olè o ojú mẹ́mọ́ ojú ó tó elégbèlé yìí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ o. iyó mọ́tò lórí kọ́kọ́ ọmọ gbàdó kó lè yẹ àdó kó máa kọ́rùn máa kọ́ gbá. ọ̀nà ìpòpin lóko ń pọ̀ rẹ̀ rọ̀ ní mọ́mọ́ bá o mọ́lẹ́ ọ̀la. mo kí kábíyèsí o ẹ̀fà ló ní òkú sún nọ̀rẹ́ ọ̀sá kún lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ aláyérayé omi abẹ́ọ̀ta alátàràtà omi alẹ́ odò mọ́lẹ́ ọ̀la. àwọn àgbà ìmọ̀lẹ́ lówó gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ wọn rí pé kò rí bó ṣe rí mọ́ wọ́n wá fẹ́ràn àgbọ̀díyà pínpín. mo kí lọ́yà ọ̀tẹ́ túbí o bàbá ilé bàbá mi ọmọ àkúrẹ́ mọ̀ṣúòyè ọmọ amúdàsílẹ̀ mọ̀gbẹ́rún pani mọ́lẹ́ ọ̀la òye wọn náà mẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú òye mẹ́kun o wọn náà mẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú òye mẹ́kun o àkúrẹ́ lómi méjì yan gbèjèjì lálá àlàkàn ìpèrè yàrá mọ̀dọ́mi yan mọ́ o wọ́lọ́ ọmọ ọlọ́jà méjì kan iná lọ́rìjọ́ àná orí ìtàgùn wọn la èsì ànáyé o òye ní mọ̀tẹ́ a o òye ulé o òye ulé ọgbọ́n o òye ulé ọgbọ́n o òye ulé o mo kí lọ́yà mi o kò onílò ní ìjà òní abẹ lọ́wẹ̀ o torí tó lórí mi èrò yeye olórí olólórí o olórí olólórí o olórí òróṣọ balẹ̀ jọ ugbá olórí tó lórí ní o àwọn olórí tó lórí ní o olórí olólórí o èmi bèrè lókòrè ní òdìlé mọ̀lẹ́wà ojú mẹ́mọ́ èrò ìyàwó ilé mi jàrí pẹ̀lẹ́ òun máa délé mi uriri pẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́dé kan lóde wo olórí olólórí o olórí okú ẹkùn o ọmọ wa ọmọ ẹkùn láàfin ọba èyí lè o ọ̀yẹ̀yẹ̀ òlé mo kí kábíyèsí o àtẹ̀pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ tẹ̀nà ó ní mọ̀lẹ́ wà sọlọ́jọ́ mọ́ nítorí ọ̀kágùn máa ń gbò tẹ́lẹ̀ làkórí kí ibi ìtàlẹ̀ kábàdé kẹsí ìgbà tó ń lọ tẹ̀lé náà tíátíá pélé o pélé jẹ́ bọ́ nítorí o ó yẹ o olórí olólórí o àìkẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ìkẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ó yẹ o ó ní lẹ́mọ̀ rẹ wà yeye òlé mo kí bàmí rò mí o ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ọdí kẹ́kẹ́ ó yẹ o
magazine.
Urere Moliola. Èmi mèrè ló kórè láti iṣó pẹ́wẹ́. Màmá kórè mi ọ̀kan gidi ní mo ṣe. Ẹnu mi jà bàtà máa dúkú kórè èmi ti ká bẹ́ẹ̀ Moliola. Mo pe Iro magazine. Iro magazine mi o, mo mọ́rúkọ pé má pè jáde pé. Ìlàjẹ òmùwò, ìlàjẹ òmùwò. Òmùròrè, 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 ìlàjẹ òmùrò. Èmi mèrè o, Ọmọlẹ́ọ̀lá. Mo máa yé ire tòkè dé ìyàwó ọmọọba. Mo máa yé ire tòkè ìbọ̀ ìyàwó mo máa yé ire tòkè ìbọ̀ ìyàwó èmi mèrè ló kórè láàrin ìṣókòwẹ́. Ó yá múnẹ́nẹ́ 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 múgòṣe òṣè mi ta ẹwọ́ òṣè mi ta ẹ̀ ọwọ́ pọ́n roro ẹsẹ̀ pọ́n roro dààmú gègé o ìyànmùyàn abọ́kọ̀rùn mọ́jú kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ pàjẹ́ àmẹ́jẹ yóò agúnṣoṣo agúndàrẹ́ ìbọ̀bọ̀ kókólígì ìbọ̀bọ̀ màkàyò ìbọ̀bọ̀ káàrí kò rébètè o. Èmi bèrè lókòyè láìṣe kẹwẹ́. Orin kì mọ̀ bá ti kọ́ lẹ́rẹ̀ méjì àmọ́ ṣe líle mi yéye sẹ́. Oya oya múnẹ́nẹ́ 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 múgòṣe òṣè mi ta ẹwọ́ òṣè mi ta ẹ̀ ọwọ́ pọ́n roro ẹsẹ̀ pọ́n roro dààmú gègé o ìyànmùyànmù abọ́kọ̀nù mọ́jú kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ pàjẹ́ o àmẹ́jẹ yóò agúnṣoṣo agúndàrẹ́ ìbọ̀bọ̀ kókólígì ìbọ̀bọ̀ màkàyò ìbọ̀bọ̀ kárí kò rébètè o. Ó yá oge máa lọ oge oge dúró dèmí o oge máa lọ oge dúró dèmí o ìdúró mo róge ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ mo róge móge nílé bàbá mi oge dúró dèmí o oge dúró dèmí o oge dúró dèmí o oge dúró dèmí o oho ìyára o ìyára ìyára o ìyára ìyára o ogun mẹ́ra bẹ̀ mí jẹ́ o ogun mẹ́ra bẹ̀ mí jẹ́ o èmi mèrè lókòrè láti ṣókò wẹ́sẹ̀ o yeye o ìyára ìyára o ìyára ìyára o ojúlé máa wà ojú mẹ́mọ́ ìyára ìyára o ìyára ìyára o ìyára ìyára o a o tere mọ̀nà tere kíra olé o kíra olé o kíra olé o oyeye o màdélé mi èmi mèrè lóko ire láti ṣòkò ẹwẹ́ kíra olé o 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 ó lè ní bí ení ó lè kì bí ejò ó lè tàǹtàgbá ó lè rí ọ̀rọ̀ kan ó dàrú kódó kíra bírò kíra bàtà o kíra olé 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 o ó yeye o màdélé mi ebi mèrè lókòrè láyé ìṣòkò ẹwẹ́ ẹ̀kíra olé o ẹ̀kíra olé o ẹ̀kíra olé o ẹ̀kíra olé o ó lè ní bí ení ó lè jì bí èjì o ó lè tàǹtàgbá ó lè rí ọ̀rọ̀ kan ó lè rí kódò o bírò bírò bàtà o ó yẹyẹ o màdélé mi ọmọládùn ní o ó sọ̀gùrò bọ́jà màdélé mi kúrì pẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́délé o ó yẹyẹ o ẹ̀kíra olé 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 o ó yẹyẹ o ẹ̀kíra olé o màdélé mi ó yẹyẹ o màdélé mi ó àyè àyè ara ya mi kéré etí mo mú gbòògùn oró ara ya mi kéré ó yeye o ara ya mi ebi kéré ló kórè láti jókòó ẹwẹ́ ọmọ ládùn nínú òṣogbo bọ́jà etí mo mú gbòògùn oró ó máa bá òtò òrùlé mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú mẹ́mọ́ etí mo mú gbòòrò ara ya mi kéré.
That was a very interesting and wonderful performance by the cultural troupe. And the solo performance by the lady. What a man can do, women are surely doing better. I was expecting her to use the forehead, because I will sound better. Thank you very much for entertaining us. And as we bring the program to a close, I would invite Prince Adetumbi Oluyede to give a response on behalf of the family.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to thank everyone for coming. I don't have any prepared remarks this time. So I told Kabiyesi and Olori the lawyer jokes that I was going to say in the court that everybody stopped me from saying. I will say them here. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to say them. But thank you so much. My father was truly a quintessential lawyer, and he would have felt very much at home amongst everyone here. But most especially, I promise you, as my dad watches, he is most excited about our fantastic drummer. For those who don't know, my father used to be a drummer. He was a very good drummer, so that was a special tribute to him. Thank you so much. And thank you on behalf of my family and everyone. I love you all because it's really been fantastic and it's really been awesome to just see so many people have so many glowing words and so many glowing tributes. And he felt very, very much at home in the company of lawyers. And he told me several times, I love you. I'm very proud of you. But you didn't go to law school. So, so whenever we were engaging in any conversation about the law or anything, he would say, I love you. I'm proud of you. But you didn't go to law school. So, but I know that he was so very much at home with everyone here. Whenever I watched him in the courtroom, I always analyzed him like somebody was speaking in public, and I would tell him, Daddy, I don't think you can say that to a judge. I don't think you're supposed to refer to the other lawyer like that. And he would go into he would take me through the long narration, and he would end up, and he would say something to me that always stuck with me. He would say, whenever he was tackling a case, and he loved cases where he was fighting for the underdog. To him, the law represented a tool to fight for the underdog. And he would say this, he would say, Tumbi, it's about the principle of the matter. So thank you so much for just honoring him in this way. My heart was gladdened. one of his great friends said, I was trying to hold back the emotions because I was remembering all his days and his journey, his legal journey, because the amazing thing about my parents is that we went on the journey with them. So I remember when it started. I remember the 13 flights of steps in Unity House, right? So I remember, you know, the whole thing. And I know that it would be he would be so glad just to hear the glowing remarks and to see all his learned colleagues just honor him with such fantastic tribute. So once again, from the bottom of our hearts, I know I speak for our family when I say thank you so much. Oh, okay. Advised to invite everyone. You see, the drummer and all the crew, they're from Alaiyeluwa. So, if anyone here is from Alaiyeluwa, I would have started by saying, great Ayedi, we have a fantastic concert tonight, and we would love to invite everyone here to join us at the Alaiyeluwa concert. It's at 3 p.m., so we are going to be exiting soon. And if you want to see more of that fantastic display, that is just one of the many things. And when you come to Alaiyeluwa, please buy something in Alaiyeluwa. You know, invest in our community. Thank you so much. We love you all.
Thank you very much. So, 3 p.m. for the concert. Come and see the lady play the drum again. Please, if you have not been served, kindly, please take the caterer is serving. So we shall now take music from the entertainers once again before we take the closing prayer. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, KBAC. Thank you, Olori. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone.
Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣé. Ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá, ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣé o, ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣé. Ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá, ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba láàánú mi ò. Ọba aláàánú mi ò ẹ ṣé, ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá, ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba aláàánú mi ò ẹ ṣé o, ọba aláàánú mi ò ẹ ṣé. Ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá, ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba aláàánú mi ò ìbà forí adé o.
Adeleyero ní tèmi, ìbà forí adé, Adélé tiwa ni. Olórí fún mi láyọ̀ mi ò ṣe. Adẹ́pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà fẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ ò ṣe. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣe. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣe o. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣe. Ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́. Ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba láàánú mi ò. Adeleyero ní tèmi. Olórí èrò ní tèmi kò ṣe. Olórí èrò bá ròde. Fún mi láyọ̀ lérò ní tèmi. Mo bá yín lóyè mo pè yín lórúkọ. Orúkọ là ń pọ̀ bá aládé. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣe. Ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá. Ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣe o. Ọba láàánú mi ò ẹ ṣe. Ọba lóore ọ̀fẹ́ ńlá. Ọba tó lànà fún mi nígbà tí ọ̀nà kò sí. Ọba láàánú mi ò. Èdùmàrè jẹ́ kó rí mi. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun. Èdùmàrè jẹ́ kó rí mi. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun o. Aláàánú kan tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́rù bí ó fúyẹ́. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun o láyé. Aláàánú kan tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́rù bí ó fúyẹ́. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun o. Jẹ́ kó rí mi o. Èdùmàrè jẹ́ kó rí mi. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun o. Èdùmàrè jẹ́ kó rí mi. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun o. Aláàánú kan tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́rù bí ó fúyẹ́. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun wò láyé. Aláàánú kan tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́rù bí ó fúyẹ́. Bàbá fi mí ọ̀fun wò. This kind God, another one more day on earth.